Hi. Hello. It's been a while. Been a while since I've made a new video. I am still working on videos. I just am lazy. I'm like extremely lazy. But in the meantime, while I'm working on those videos, I wanted to put out another one of these unscripted rambles. And why not put it out? Why not make a video on a movie I just recently watched? Spider-Man Brand New Day. I really enjoyed the movie. I really liked it. So the movie takes place 4 years after the ending of No Way Home, where he erases his identity and has to now build up this new life essentially. And it picks up with him just being Spider-Man, going around saving New York and all that for 4 years, even though he was nowhere. He was nowhere in Born Again. Like it's really funny how he has got a key to the city, and he just like he was nowhere. Like where was he during the ending of Born Again? Where like they were storming the mayor's office and all that shit. Fucking fraud. He's a fraud. That's what he is. That's what Spider-Man is. He's a fraud. That's what he is. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. But like, okay, he's doing a lot of good, or the movie tells us he's doing a lot of good, even though Sony can't allow him to be anything else. But yeah, but mainly it's because Peter has kind of given up on being Peter for those 4 years essentially, and mainly focusing on being Spider-Man. And that is the main crux of this movie. Him just kind of giving up on his personal life essentially. And I like where the movie goes with it. And when it comes to how the movie handles like such a big side cast of characters, I think it does it mostly pretty well. I'm glad Scorpion finally got something to do after so long after Homecoming. He wasn't in the movie much, but it was nice to finally see him here and do stuff. A bunch of other small villains show up at the start, and I hope they are utilized more in a Spider-Man 5. Like Tombstone, like I really want Tombstone in the next one. Hulk. I thought the way they used Bruce Hulk here was pretty good. I liked his inclusion. You know, after so long after being that stupid ass smart Hulk, you know, like he was scary, he looked good, and it was overall like a really great action scene with him in it. I just hope that leads to a more actual interesting stuff they do with Hulk in later movies. Punisher. Oh, Punisher was a real highlight. Frank in this movie feels like a cartoon character. He is just so. He contrasts with Peter really well throughout the movie, and they have a lot of fun banter. And I love how Peter just has to deal with this annoying guy throughout the movie. I think the part where he has to or quote unquote help Spider-Man fight the Hulk is a really fun part, as he's like genuinely useless throughout that. Like to me, this feels like a natural progression of like Daredevil season 2 Punisher into like the wider Marvel world, because he's never had to face, because obviously he's like still on that whole like full just a kill full mission, that full war thing. But like it's a bit more exaggerated, and again he's in this wider, more exaggerated world now, and I like that, you know. I like Frank more as a side character than a main character, in my opinion. I think he works well to like contrast to like the main character of a show or a movie. And I really liked near the end when he tried to. Obviously, there's a lot of spoilers in this video. When he tried to shoot Jean Grey, who is the villain of this movie, and he felt remorseful for nearly killing Spider-Man. I like that. I really like that. He's annoyed by him, but like in some way, he cares about Peter in that way. And I really like their dynamic in the movie overall. He was a great part about the movie. Hopefully, the next time we see him, he doesn't quit or whatever. It's like, or he's like struggling. Like, oh, I don't want to kill again or whatever, or stupid bullshit they have him doing in the Netflix show. Or one last kill. Oh, that was such a shitty presentation. I hated One Last Kill so much. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Oh, and the hand showed up. They played a small part in the movie. I hate the hand. I hated the hand in the Netflix shows. They were so boring and they were such terrible villains. I hated them so much. But here they played a small role, and I enjoyed what they had to do in this movie. They were just cool looking ninjas that did some crazy bullshit, and I think that's all they needed to be for now. Until they fucking reintroduce Elektra in fucking Born Again like again, and but that's all future stuff. When it comes to when it comes to like the cinematography and the fight scenes and the swinging, it's all great. It's pretty obvious how much influence the Insomniac games had on this movie. Because I have never seen Spider-Man move like this in live action before. It's such a dynamic and crazy feeling just seeing him move the way he does in this movie. At first, I was worried if they were going to undo the ending of No Way Home. Because I genuinely think the ending of No Way Home is great. Like, the way he kind of where he just kind of leaves, and it's like, he realizes, oh, maybe I'm putting them in danger by them knowing my identity and all that. And the movie sort of undoes them, like, not... Well, I mean, the things that they don't remember, they still don't remember. And I think the way they handle... MJ and I guess Ned finding out Peter's identity is really well done. There's a really strong scene of of when MJ finds the note that he wrote in No Way Home, and she confronts him about it. And at the end where she says she doesn't even know where she still doesn't know who he is and all that, and it was a bit heartbreaking, honestly. It was a really great scene. And the thing is that I still liked how she had a lot of sympathy for him, even after she kind of said she doesn't love him still, or she had him still meet Ned and all that. And a lot of people hate Ned. I like Ned. He's fun. I like Ned. He's not great, but he's a fun character, and he bounces off with Peter quite well, I think, in the other MCU movies. And I smiled when they were just playing around with Legos in their apartment and all that. You know, there's this one scene where he it was in the trailers where they go to a party. Where Pete goes to a party with and sees Ned and MJ, and there's this guy that walks up and it's their boyfriend and all that. And it's such a there's a lot of great moments to show Peter's depression and all that. They're real cowards for not naming him though. He that's definitely Paul. They really were cowards for not naming him Paul. But again, that's a great scene. It's and all that. This is terrible. This is awful. You'll see how bad I am without a script or anything. I haven't done one of these unscripted rambles in a while. And now the big part of this movie, the villain, who I just mentioned a bit ago, Jean Grey. I like Jean Grey. I liked her, and she's definitely the best Jean Grey out of any X-Men movie. I mean, it's not a high bar, but it's something, you know. I thought Jean Grey was a really good villain. Maybe too good of a villain, because I think she does some pretty evil things in this movie. Or like, yeah, or she does some pretty evil things in this movie, and it makes it a little hard to feel sympathy towards her towards the end. And this is essentially like a backdoor pilot to the X-Men for the MCU. And I'm kind of mixed on her inclusion overall. She has a lot of great moments, but again, like I've always again like when it comes to her being fully redeemed, I'm not fully redeemed, but like somewhat redeemed at the end of the movie. Because like there are a bunch of like evil characters in the MCU that have been redeemed and turned good and all, and have done way worse. But like this is Jean Grey is one of the things where I kind of have to sit on and think about more as it's two things. Either it's two things. One, I have to like sit on this a bit more and think about her inclusion in the movie, as well as what they're gonna do with her and just all the mutants in general when it moving forward in the MCU. So it's not really fully a thing I'm set on. Oh, and a tiny nitpick about the movie. Where did Peter get all those computers and gadgets and stuff? It's like the movie never really touches on that really. Like he has this entire desk full of stuff, full of like crazy stuff, and it's like never really focused on like at all. I'm not saying I needed like a full subplot dedicated to him having like a job or something, but I wish there was like something like where did he get the money from? Did he steal all this stuff? Did he go dumpster diving? Like it's not really fully touched upon, and it kind of, I mean, again, the movie is about Peter just ignoring his like one whole side of his life essentially. But like again, like I don't know, that kind of takes me out of it a little bit. He also has this AI partner thing, and it's like it's kind of annoying. I wish it was it's very, it always points things out that you can easily infer, that you can easily like just like see or infer, you know. And the voice is too emotional, I think. Because the entire point is that Peter's like the entire point of the movie is that Peter is depressed and lonely essentially, but when he's constantly talking to this AI, obviously that's not a substitute for like human connection, but like I don't know. I feel like the AI had too much of a character. If they were gonna do an AI voice, if Peter was gonna have like a little AI assistant, I would have liked for it to be a bit less human sounding, I guess. You know, I am shocked I have gone almost over like over 10 minutes, and I have not mentioned Spider-Man 2. That's crazy. I've not mentioned Spider-Man 2 like at all. But I guess I'll finally start talking about it. The way Spider-Man grows with when it comes to his powers and how they connect to his own personal state, his own like mental state. Obviously, I think it's similar to Spider-Man 2 and how like he was slowly losing his powers when he just got more and more depressed, more and more or he struggled more and more. But here I liked how Peter was like losing control essentially, since he essentially just didn't know who he even was at that point. And like by the time he understood Jean Grey's whole motivation, and he had the time to bond with and understand more with Ned and MJ, he is finally able to essentially like overcome his own problems essentially, and help Jean at the end of the movie and all that. We get this awesome fight scene with the hand and all that, and they showed way too much. Like the fight with the hand, like that is literally the end of the movie, near the end of the movie. Like they showed way too much in the trailers. I literally forgot about Jean the Wolf. Jean the Wolf. She's a fun side character. And again, She helps a bit with Spider-Man's whole idea of him separating himself from people, essentially. Like there's this small scene where the two are calling each other, and again they have this really fun dynamic. They have a fun bond. They have a fun like little small friendship there at the movie. Or like she says that she doesn't even know who he is, and like she and all that. And I wish she had a bit more screen time. She had a bit more screen time, you know. She's probably gonna have more screen time in the next three Spider-Man movies. Apparently, she dies in the comics to a guy named Sin Eater and all that. And a lot of people want that for Spider-Man 5, and it's like, no, I don't want that. I want at least one full movie with this character before like they kill her and all that, because I feel like we have not had enough time with her yet. And again, I hope they introduce. I want the next Spider-Man movie to build up from the. There's so much I want. I feel way more excited about what comes after with this movie compared to. It's how I felt with No Way Home, where I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for what's next, you know. For Spider-Man's whole mythos and all that. What I hope for the next Spider-Man movie is that they fully focus on Spider-Man's whole world. I did really like what they did with all the characters in this movie, because it feels like the MCU, like it feels like there's like a full world going on. Like Spider-Man isn't in this bubble, you know? Like a lot of these modern MCU movies feel like they're in their own bubble and not really like in a universe. Where this one, I think, is able to actually connect all these dots together and feel like Spider-Man is part of this grander world. But at the same time, it kind of leaves Spider-Man's cast feeling a bit small. His Punisher, I'm fine with, because he's like adjacent to that. But when you have the Hulk and Damage Control and Jean Grey, who is literally here only to set up X-Men, it feels like there's not enough time to set up everything with Spider-Man characters, you know? Again, like, with no Spider-Man villains, and Jean DeWolf being a very small part, and I guess needing a bit more screen time for, like, Ned and MJ and all that. So I hope the next Spider-Man movie fully focuses on Spider-Man, and I guess other street tier stuff. Because my ideal Spider-Man 5 would be, like, a gang war type thing, where he's fighting Tombstone and a bunch of other, like, I want Spider-Man 5 to have Tombstone, Silvermane, Kingpin, Daredevil, all that stuff. All that stuff. Maybe the black suit because Secret Wars and all that. But I'm just all I have to say is that I am excited for what comes after this one. And now the only thing I have to wait for the MCU is Doomsday, which is gonna be fucking awful. Especially when Dune 3 is right next to it. I like the movie. It has some problems. That's it. See you. No. See you in the next video. Hopefully. Maybe at some point. If I don't get too lazy again. See ya. Fuck it. Fuck.